Welcome back to a beautiful March day. Let's check out these conditions. First of all, it's just beautiful. Everything's so beautiful except the brown water is not beautiful. That's not going to go away. Okay, the moon, 31%. Yesterday was 41%. But the most interesting change of this whole lot is the tides. We are in full jump tide, and the biggest jump tide so far that I recorded is 247 minutes. That was last night at midnight, and it jumped to 4 o'clock in the morning. 247 minutes, 4 and something hours. That's a big factor to take into account if you've got a boat and you're thinking that it's low tide. It's low tide in 4 hours' time. But luckily there's neaps, and these huge big jump tides only happen in neap tides. So the tide's only moving 30 centimeters or 40 or 50 centimeters today. Yesterday was 20 centimeters. And then in spring tides, it goes up to 2.1 meters. But then in spring tides, the tides only move 23 minutes at the extremes, the shortest wavelength kind of thing. 23 minutes, 24 minutes, and that. And then, in neaps, it goes up to 247 minutes. The swell's flat. You can see a cool, cold front hitting Cape Town. And hopefully that's going to just come and help us beat these easterlies back, because that was the longest spate of easterlies I've ever come across. The water's gone down to 24 degrees as a result of the easterlies. The westerly will warm the water right back up again. The only good thing about the east is that it can sometimes team up with the agulhas current and shoof all that sewage away and clean us up faster. But anyway, by March we're normally clean, but we're having so much extra atmosphere moisture because of the Hunga Tunga eruption a couple of years ago. It injected up to like 20% or 16% of extra moisture into the air, and that's why we get so much. That's why we're getting so much more rain.
The fish and more.
And we may as well talk about this bridge here in Port Shepstone that they've just closed. There's no work being done on it yet, but the bridge is closed, and they're making all the traffic go around the low-level bridge, and that. So it's chaos in the mornings. If you want to go fishing around here, you must plan that into your travels. But 200 million. Yeah, so this big other bridge here, this massive bridge here, that cost 53 million back when it was built. And the rand like halves in value every 20 years. So basically that one there, 20-something years, maybe nowadays that would be 100, maybe 150. To build that whole bridge. Now they got 200.
The fish and more.
We get a chance to talk about sardines again. Can you believe it? All right, so NASA are cool. They've got cameras everywhere up in the space and that, and they're able to do some incredible things, but this tops most of it for me anyway. I've never seen anything as cool as this in my life, especially since I've been trying to, first of all, learn and understand and then explain the silly currents that create counter currents that make the sardines come up to Port Shepstone or to Natal anyway. So I'm going to spool this tape to the relevant place, and then we'll chat about it afterwards.
The fish and more.
The oceans. They are always on the move. Together, the ocean basins are like a big interconnected highway that transports nutrients, carbon, and heat around the world. This mesmerizing data visualization of ocean currents was created using a model called Estimating the Circulation and Climate of the Ocean, or ECHO for short. It's built using real-world data from satellites, buoys, and all kinds of other measurements. All of this movement starts with physics. Because the Earth is spinning, the water feels something called the Coriolis effect. This pushes some of the strongest currents, like the Gulf Stream and the East Australian Current, against the east side of the continents. Because these currents wind up on the west side of the ocean basins they sit in, scientists call them western boundary currents. Another major western boundary current is the Agulhas Current, which carries water down the east coast of Africa to its southern tip, called Cape Agulhas. There, the current makes a sharp turn to the east, but sometimes it pinches off giant eddies called Agulhas rings, which drift west into the Atlantic. These circular currents carry salt and heat into the Atlantic and form an important part of the overturning circulation, also known as the global ocean conveyor belt. This so-called conveyor belt is a system of currents that carries heat northward across the equator and into the North Atlantic. It plays a big role in the climates of North America, Europe, and Africa.
Yeah, so there it is for the world to see and to understand. That spinning effect somehow gets those sardines confused and shoots them up into the countercurrent, and then they come on their big holiday up here. Hey, we're looking forward to it. Just get in touch if you guys want to get involved. We've got all kinds of packages and trips and contacts we can get you out there, up in the air even. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you tomorrow if things keep going according to plan. Ciao, ciao.